About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And pitching in this game, Grant Holmes. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
And now 2-1. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying on the warning track and holds it in. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Abraham Toro.
Tops on the team in batting average, Boog. A guy who's showing off some excellent bat-to-ball ability when he digs in at the plate. You know, that's useful if your team needs to get an inning going, get a leadoff man on. But it's also incredible to have a guy like that in the lineup because he's a run producer who can drive in runs if you've got guys on base already. So he's a huge piece in this lineup.
And Devers hits that one. Under it is Acuna to make the grab.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Rips one to right, and foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. And now the Braves with their first chance to hit. We're scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Lucas Giolito. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
And that is cut on and missed. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a good eye there. That's out to center field. Campbell hauls it in for the out. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And Chris, here we have a deep and talented lineup against a pitcher who's not exactly among the league's best.
Well, this is when you can make your money as a hitter, and I'm expecting them to put up plenty of offense in this one. When you got a lineup this stacked, it's a tough job to keep them in check for any pitcher. We'll see what kind of fireworks they can provide here.
1 out, base is empty.
Ball inside.
And downstairs. And a swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance, works the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Albies dives back, and they got him.
Unless you're really thinking about stealing second base, you should not get picked off by a right-handed pitcher right there.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next offering misses. The count now 2-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory. And the Braves go down quietly. We played an inning, no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. And a pitch. And that is out of play. Next pitch is outside. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog. And I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way. So people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
In the air, right field. Acuna there. Hauls it in, and there's one away. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Outside low, and it's 2-1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Verdugo snags it. Out number 2.
Batting 6th, first baseman Abraham Toro.
2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Abraham Toro. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. Two outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the inning. Now, Matt Olson. You know, we talk so much about how guys prepare for a start. For Giolito, one of the things that's really cool, he actually uses scouting reports and then plays MLB The Show to execute how he's going to go about attacking hitters. Battling here as he fouls it away. And there's a ball. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Austin Riley at the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. But when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Here's Alex Verdugo on the ground. On the run, throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Down in order go the Braves. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Atlanta, here's Trevor Story.
Shortstop, Trevor
You talk
Story.
about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Now a screamer into the outfield. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Top of the third, no score. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Bangs off the wall. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw. The tag out.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. He probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Ceddanne Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and we are still scoreless. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So here's Murphy now.
Murphy.
Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Michael Harris II next up for the Braves. That's hard hit in the line. Abreu makes the grab. 2 down.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Luke.
And next for Atlanta, Luke Williams. 2 outs, base is empty.
Ball, that's in.
And it's even up.
Ellie just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Towards first. Toro takes it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they make short work of him there. 3 innings complete. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Jarren Duran. The 1-2 to the right side. Albies. Throw to first, and it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Rafael.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
And here is Devers. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one almost got him. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit in the air, center field. Harris has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. Not close with that one, and a count 2-1. Duran stands at second with 2 gone. And misses inside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting, number 39.
And now Marcelo Meyer. First and second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. And a count 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So they strand a pair to the bottom of inning number 4 now. No score. Back at Truist Park, bottom 4th, and now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Acuna Jr.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike
1
2.
ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. The Braves hitless so far in the game. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. Set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Next offering down in the dirt. Just missed. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
3-2.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
Olson.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So one hit is all they get. On to the top of the 5th we go. We're tied 0-0. Back here in Atlanta, and here's the first baseman, Abraham Toro. Outside low, and that's ball 2.
You know, these Red Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Christian Campbell up next for the Red Sox.
Christian Campbell.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss at a slider.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The next offering misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Headed towards the corner. Acuna on the run. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Down in order go the Red Sox, and we're still knotted at 0. And we're back. Here comes Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Next offering is in for a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Alex Verdugo. This one in the air center field. Rafaela brings it in. 2 away now.
Now batting, catcher, Sean Murphy.
Here's Sean Murphy. Two outs. And that drops in for a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Still no score. So stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. His splits between April and May there.
Center fielder, Cedar Rafaela.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Angel de los Santos up and loosening in the pen. Lee getting cranked up as well. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that's outside. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. One up, one down.
Up next for the Red Sox, left fielder
Now batting Jarren Duran. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Falling behind 2-1.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
One down, base is empty. Throws to second, and he's out. Trying for two.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Here's Rafael Devers. Fought off foul.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And that's in the dirt. And it's a full count. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Ground ball, Austin Riley. Throws to first in time, and the inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. And we still have no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. 1-2 now. Curve in the dirt. And it remains 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And next for
Up
Atlanta,
next
Luke
for the
Williams.
Braves, shortstop, Luke Williams.
That one the other way. Throws to first. And that quickly, 2 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Ball to strike. Hit on the ground to short. Story tosses to first. They get the out on Acuna. And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Now pitching for
Here
the
comes
Braves.
a new arm for the Braves. Dylan Lee.
Number 52.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so
Leading
we'll see
off
how
for
it
the
works
Red
out.
Sox, right fielder,
And stepping in for
Wilyer
Boston,
Abreu.
Wilyer Abreu. And now it's even up. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, that's great execution of the pitch right there, and the battery working
Now
together.
batting,
Catcher does a nice
catcher,
job to
Carlos
present that to the
Narvaez.
umpire and get that called third strike.
Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. That one outside. 2-1. Way out front for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's in the dirt. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Out to short, Williams. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down. Marcelo Meyer getting ready to hit. Off the
Ball,
mark
that's off the
there.
plate.
And it's 2-1. That's down and
Ball
in.
3.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Now pitching for Boston.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start
Number
the bottom of the
22.
7th. Garrett Whitlock.
Garrett Whitlock.
He's been so good against lefties. And here comes
Leading off for
Ozzie
the
Albies
Braves,
to the dish.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
That's out.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to
Now
score in this
batting,
one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Marcell Ozuna
Ozuna.
coming up to hit. Really thriving with the bat this season here at home. Here's the pitch to Ozuna.
Ball.
Boston's bullpen with some activity. Garrett Crochet getting loose out there. Wilson also getting ready. Swung on, belted. Gone. He leaves the yard to right. And the Braves have the lead now. It's 2-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands, and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely
Now
an individual
batting
performance you
third
want to
baseman,
flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there.
Riley.
Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Next offering is down low. Foul ball there. Still only one out here in the inning. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard. Here's the left fielder, Alex Verdugo. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag out at second.
Man, I see him trying to be aggressive right there late in this ball game. Try to add on to that lead. You know, I really like the thought, but it just didn't work out that time. Nice job by the defense right there to keep things right where they are in terms of the score.
And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Angel De Los Santos.
These are the spots
Now pitching
relievers
for the
really make a
Braves.
name for themselves.
Number
Late
93.
and close. There's not much
Angel
margin for
De Los
error, but at the same time,
Santos.
there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is
Shortstop,
following
Trevor
suit.
Story.
It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Here's Story now. 1 down, base is empty.
Ball 2.
There's a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The Red Sox down by a pair, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 3. And there's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now batting, second baseman, Christian Campbell.
Here's the second baseman, Christian Campbell.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Story, the base runner at first with 1 out.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
On the ground, right side. Albies to second, double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Now pitching for Boston.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Greg Weisser.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy.
Catcher, Sean Murphy.
That's to third. 1 up, 1 down.
He's out.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Harris, the second.
And now, Michael Harris, the second. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Duran raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the wall. Now around second, going for third. The relay, the tag, and he's out trying for 3.
Well, the defense definitely on the clock with that one. Everything had to be perfect to get the runner at third. And you talk about a throw on the money, the relay to third. Just a good job all the way around.
Two outs, base is empty. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Luke Williams. 1-1 now. The shortstop takes the ball. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses there. 3-1 now. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Garrett Crochet preparing to come on if needed. Birdie getting loose as well. Right side. Campbell. Over to first. Inning over. Braves go down quickly here, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaks his bat and pops it up. He takes it on his own, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
He's 2 outs away. Duran, the next to hit. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Iglesias fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. Hammered, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He doesn't flinch at all with the front shoulder, stays nice and close behind in the count, and hits this ball beautifully.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The tying run at the plate. Up the middle. Touches the bag for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
So the Red Sox down to their final out. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. 1 strike away. On the ground, and this should do it. On to first, ball game. And the Braves claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
A win on the last day of the month. You close it out with the W, but you want to carry that momentum into the next game.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.